This is my studio, come on in. This is where the magic is made. This is where I live most of the time when I'm not at home. And this is part of the current collection, Beautiful Beast Out of the Woods, which I showed during London Fashion Week at Fashion's Finest. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's a digital print forest and the handmade web top. So this was one of my featured pieces. So it represents the woods that the spider's coming out of, and of course the handmade web, which I love. So if you come over here, I'll show you this piece. We don't have the petticoat underneath, but you can still see. It's the handmade web fabric, and this is over 1,000 Swarovski beads, stones, and crystals, all hand embroidered by me. It took 5 days of torture. So yeah, but this is one of my favorite pieces. And this is where I work. This is my fallout area that I hardly ever get to use because I'm always working. I'm a workaholic, yes. All my friends complain. I have Wii, but I can't even tell you the last time I have a box. Okay. Sewing room area. It's where all the magic's made. It's all the industrial machines, where the machinists are kind of tight and a little bit untidy. Still haven't tidied up from last week's show, but it's where everything's done, which is great. This is my office, where I sit on the computer and do all the work that I hate, the administration work. But somebody's gotta do it. Hi, this is Denise Mahmud, designer from Moixa, and you're watching Cobra Kai TV.
Thank you for being with us today, Denise. Denise has just presented her latest collection, Beautiful Beast Out of the Woods, at the latest Fashion's Finest in September 2016. How did you come up with the name of this collection, and what does it represent?
Well, the collection itself is based on a fabric that I started making in around 2011. And in 2012, someone saw some samples of this hand-embroidered fabric based on the golden orb web spider, and asked me they commissioned me to make a dress for the Barge House Festival Untold Gold, which took place during London 2012. So I made this gold dress. They liked it so much that they asked me if I would consider making any textiles, and offered me a space at ICFF New York, as well as at emblazoned Object in Paris, where I made the interiors and showed them there. So this is kind of the advancement of this fabric into more fashion.
I've seen your collection and you look very, very established in the fashion industry. How did you get into fashion, and what do you love the most about it?
Well, how I got into fashion is actually quite funny. Until I was 14 years old, I refused to sew anything. My mother sewed. She went to the high school for design in New York City. My grandmother worked in clothing manufacturing factories all of her life. And to me, sewing was something that housewives did. So it was really something I wasn't interested in. And when I was 14, I wanted a sweatshirt to cut up and customize. My parents refused to pay for new clothes to cut up, so I went to the fabric shop, got what I needed, came home, made a sweatshirt, cut it up. My friends saw it, they liked it, and decided that they wanted one. After about the fourth or fifth one, my mother decided I better start charging. And the next thing I know, people were asking me to make ball gowns and dresses.
You're talking about when you were 14. What was your nickname at school? Did you have one?
It was Nisi.
Nisi?
Which I hate.
You do?
Yes. Some people still call me that, but mostly I just don't answer when they say it.
Where does that come from?
It's short for Denise. So it's quite
cute,
common
no?
in America. It's cute when you're 12. But after you're 18, it's not cute anymore. To me.
What is your best dance move?
This is my dance move. It's just like Hitch. Just stay in your space. Don't do too much.
So Denise, who are your fashion inspirations? Is there somebody you aspire to be or that you really, really admire?
I don't want to say admire, yes. I'd have to say admire because I want to be a trendsetter, not a trend follower. So people like Coco Chanel, who kind of broke the mold, and Karl Lagerfeld. Those are the people that I look up to.
Rihanna or U2?
Easy one, YouTube.
What is your best silly face? At parties or for pictures?
It's really not. I think that I probably don't have a silly face because I find it really hard to hide my emotions. So they tend, whatever I'm thinking or a response that I really don't want to give away, my face tends to tell it all. So
you're an open book.
Yeah. It's kind of hard for me to hide what I'm feeling.
Are there any places or countries you would like to go?
I've been a lot of places. The kind of last place I really, really want to go is Japan and China. I'd like to see the Terracotta Army, not in a museum, but actually where they were dug up from. And as well, I want to see the Great Wall. So those are the last two places that I really, really want to go.
Is there anybody, any celebrity that has a great fashion sense that you love?
That's kind of hard. Everybody's kind of out there at the moment, following trends. I mean, if there was anyone, old or new, does it matter?
Any, yeah.
Actress or entertainer in general?
Can be any, yes.
Maybe Barbara Streisand. When she's on a stage, she's quite reserved and casual. So.
What is the most odd job you've ever had?
Well, I started having my own businesses from 14. And I'd say the second business I had was quite odd. It was selling helium balloons and novelties at summer fairs. So that was quite weird, you know, making up different balloon shapes and balloon gifts and balloon baskets. So that was probably the oddest job I've ever had.
Did you get any kids who was particularly demanding with the balloons?
Yes. One of the days at one of the festivals, my air pump broke. And I used to put small stuffed animals inside of the balloon, and the child demanded to have one, so I had to blow it up with my mouth. And we're talking a balloon about this size, so the child thought it was hilarious that I couldn't breathe at the end. So that was a bit much. It's not funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then.
Who is your best friend, or who are your best friends?
Yeah. I have 3 best friends. They're all very, very different, and they all make me laugh equally the same. So if I separate them, I'll kill them.
What is the best thing you've learned in life so far?
That nothing comes easy and without hard work.
Where do you want to take Moixa clothing in the next year or 2, for example?
I'd like for people to look at the brand as a future classic. I try to make everything quite ageless and timeless. So I believe that when you buy clothing, if you take it out of your closet 10 years from now, it should look as fresh and as fashionable as the day that you bought it.
When was the last time your mother told you off? And what was it about?
It was January 3rd. I'd gone to America to visit relatives and friends and ski. And I spent a week of the time skiing and only 3 days where I could see my family. So they were a bit upset that I chose skiing over sitting and chatting to them. So I got told off for that. But I love skiing. So. Thank you for watching Cobra Kai TV. This is Denise Mahmud, and I'll see you in January and February for Autumn Winter 16-17. Bye!
Bye!